Yes, Mouse, I'm back. Can you hear me? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear me. I had a bit of a trouble with the signal. Yes, you can hear me, that's fine. There we go. Right, there's a few coming on now. I wasn't sure if it was going to work or pick up. So I'm live from Benidorm. Hello, Brian. Live from Benidorm. Yeah, I popped over for a couple of days. How's the weather? The weather itself, 2 days ago was in the 20s and now it's dropped right down, as you can see, wearing the fleece. And it's dead. A lot of places are closed. So it's a total different Benidorm, but I haven't been on live for must be 3 or 4 months, and I think the last time I did live I was in Benidorm then. So I'm just walking along the front. As I said, there's not a lot to see. There's the Med over there. I'm on Playa Levante at the moment. Say hello if you've just come on. And fire away with the questions if you've got any questions. I'll see if I can answer them. I'm getting about a bit. Oh, hi Steve. Steve from Real, if I remember right. I'm trying to build this channel, slowly trying to build it. So I've been fortunate enough over the last couple of months to get really cheap flights. So that's why I've been popping, as you noticed, all over Europe. See, what happens here at this time of the year now is, because they've worked all year long, a lot of the English bars close because people stay long term in the hotels and they don't go out and spend any money. They usually book packages now for like 3 months and they're here till like the end of February, and they don't leave the hotel, they just sit in the hotel. So the English bars basically are doing no business and it's costing them money to be open. We've noticed so many bars now walking along that are shut until the end of February. The notices are on the bars. So it is quieter at Christmas. Never used to be. Benidorm never went like this years and years ago. Yeah, they are. Mouse, they are, but at the same time they could do better. I'm trying to build it. It's not easy to, I've said this before in the video, it's not easy building the channel. Yeah, that's another thing, Brian. We were looking at a hotel that we used to go into for 2 weeks in September, and we could get the hotel and the flights for £900. The hotel alone for next September is £1,800. So it's doubled just for the hotel. They all bounced onto the COVID. Basically everybody after COVID wanted holidays, and the tourism realised that, and that's why hotels went through the roof, flights went through the roof. They basically ripped off the tourists. But I think it'll go the other way, because eventually people will say they're not paying it. Yeah, I suppose 1,000 views per video is okay. I'm trying to get out of them 1 million lights which keep doing a streak now on the screen. Yeah, as you can see behind me, most of the places are in darkness. Oh, this one was just this was just a cheap Ryanair flight. I don't know, what was your favourite restaurant? Let's have a look at that again. Are your favourite... Do you know what? A lot of the restaurants have closed. A lot of them have shut down. Not permanently, just for the season. Yeah, we flew with Ryanair. Trying to keep up with the comments here. We flew with Ryanair and we're staying in the Ambassador Playa, which is a nice hotel. If anybody's old enough to remember it, it used to be called the Riviera Raymar in the 70s and 80s. Like, there's 14 people watching. When I come to close this video, I will publish it. I promise to do a couple of shout outs. One is to Penny Black. Let's have a little look at this. Only 2. I've got 3 likes at the moment. How long are you staying? Got one more day. One more day and then I'm on my way back home for Christmas. We went for a day trip. What, to Benidorm? Don't know what you mean, Brummy. You went for a day trip. Where to? Benidorm. Yeah, we're here one more day and then back home then for Christmas. Yeah, so we're in the Ambassador Playa. Really nice hotel. It's been ripped out over the last 2 years. Totally gutted and now Brummy. Oh, I'm with you, yeah. Do you know what? I've never stayed in Alicante. Been coming here 40 years and never stayed in Alicante. I think I might make that one of my bucket lists. I've never flew with budget airlines. Well, I'm going to jinx myself now, but if you look at the recent videos that I've been doing, no, it's not going to be this. Mind you, we're all sunbathing around the pool today. It's still nice and warm. It just goes very chilly at night time. You're a bit wary of budget airlines. I'm going to jinx them now. But if you look at my European videos recently where I've been going to Poland and yeah, where I've been going to Poland and Albania and all them places, if you look, every single one of them flights was with a budget airline. So I touched lucky on them. Denise, bring a sticker rock back. Yeah, well, do you know what? We've only been here a few days and it was teeming down for like 16 years before we left. And I believe it's still raining now. Does it do anything different in the UK? What was I going to say? Yeah, so, you know, if you're a bit wary of budget airlines, do a short trip. Mouse, the market to Liverpool, it's not massively big, but I've been twice already and I'm going again just before Christmas with a few friends. It's a rip-off. £6 or £7 for a hot chocolate with a bit of a shot in it. But you know this happens. I say this on all the Christmas videos. One coming up on Sunday is a Christmas video from Gdansk. That was my last Poland video. You would have seen Krakow went up a couple of nights ago. Well, I'm going to, Penny, because your name's on there anyhow. Penny's my first member of the channel. So there you go. You'll see her name on every video at the end in the credits. And I have to do a shout out for Caroline Tom 3022 because she made a PayPal donation towards the growth of the channel. So thank you, Caroline, as well. Yeah, I bumped into Ocean Steve. I bumped into him in Rill when I was shooting the Rill video. And see, Penny's got a little orange star there because she's on her 2nd month of membership. She has a little crest next to her name when she writes a comment. Yeah, I bumped into Steve in Rill, and he'd been watching my channels. It's about, I'd say about 13, 14 here at the moment. It has gone really chilly, but I am on the front. I am actually on the beach, so. The old town, we're making our way up towards that way, but it's going to be the same as the rest of Benidorm. I think the old town is just, it's got some Christmas lights up, and I don't think there's a lot going on. And as usual, Poniente will be shut. So 17 on at the moment. Say hello if you haven't already. Say hello. Any more questions you want to keep asking me about travelling? Any of the videos you've liked? Because there's a few I've done I've loved. I like the quietness all the time when I come to Benidorm. Do you know what? Poland, the atmosphere was great because of, it was Christmas, the markets, the snow. But when I was doing, you know, people don't realise, to get a 15-minute video could take me 3 hours of recording, and 95% of it ends up on the floor. You don't use it. But for 3 hours in that cold, a -6, I was glad, sometimes I was glad to get off the camera. But Poland's a beautiful place. And there's colder places. Oh, there's one restaurant open. But it is very quiet. I've never been here this late in December. I think the latest I've ever come here was about the 5th. It's just a loss. Oh, we don't bother. Don't bother with Xmas presents. What do you give someone who's got everything? Penicillin. Just looking at what's popping up. Thank you, Terence, for the super chat. By the way, I wasn't hinting for people to start paying money. I was just shouting to the people who have paid it. I've got a lot of videos to go up still. I was counting before. And thank you, Julie, for becoming a member as well. Middle East. Watch the channel. Thank you, Mouse. Thank you, Steve. Do you know what? I'm answering people, but at the moment I've got enough videos to go up for the whole of this. Light's annoying me on this camera. Enough videos to go up for the next the whole of next month, and that's an average of 3 a week, because there's quite a few hotels to come up from. The places I've been to, Albania, that hotel hasn't gone up yet. I'm shooting in Benidorm now at the moment. The Polish hotels that I stayed in, I stayed on a boat hotel in Krakow, which was freezing cold, but the boat wasn't, but the boat was covered in snow on the river, so that's got to come up. I stayed in a hostel in Krakow, and then I stayed in a 4-star in Gdansk. Yeah, they do have Christmas trees. The Christmas trees, most of them are attached to the hotel grounds. There is one on the Recon. We just passed it a minute ago. And I think there's a big one in the town centre. Benidorm's never been a place for celebrating Christmas. I don't think Spain has been, to be honest with you, over the years. It's more the hotels make the effort. I think there's a few decorations in the town centre. Well, I'm going to walk to the end here and close the chat. I might give you a little glimpse into the Christmas video from Benidorm, which I've already shot. So I might show you the Christmas tree and a few deckies. But if you want to watch the rest of the Christmas decorations in the streets of Benidorm, watch out for that video, because that's already been shot a couple of nights ago. Do you know what? Q17, Q19 apartments. I'm going back. I guarantee I'm going back. I'm going back to Wroclaw, no, sorry, not Wroclaw, Wrocław. I'm going back there, definitely, because I was only there about, don't know, 10 hours, something like that. And that city was beautiful. And I'm definitely going to book them Q17's apartment. It couldn't be any more central. Or should I say, we're currently throwing about at the present moment Cambodia, Vietnam. We're throwing that around in our head for early next year. Do you know what? Australia's never... Have I been to Thailand? 6 times? Is it 6 times? Yeah, 6 times Thailand. Do you know what? Australia, I don't know, there's just something doesn't sort of grip me. Now, New Zealand, yes. Canada, I want to try Canada. And I know it's a bit early, but I'd like to try Lapland. When I say a bit early, it's a bit early for next year because it's too late this year, really. There's so many places to go. Back to the question before, booking a budget holiday. I could do one, but the problem is, when you come to look for the prices, they're not going to be the same. And I travel as cheap as I can go, because basically I'm trying to show you how to do... There we go, down there. How's this been on there? There was a hotel in not Benidorm. There was a hotel in Blackpool, and I cancelled it before I even got there. I lost the money on it, but when I read the reviews, I wasn't even going to put myself through it. So I just cancelled it and lost the money. That's the only hotel I refused to stay in. Yeah, with the budget holidays again, I try to do it as cheap as I can. So when I'm going to these European places, I literally go virtually in what I'm wearing and a change of underwear. I don't pay out for the cases, because your £12.99 flight ends up being 150 quid. By the time you pick your seat, you book your case in, you do your priority boarding. So it's not £12.99. It works out about 150 quid. So I try and show you how to get somewhere for £12.99. So it's ideal for, like, if you're flying in and flying back out again. But that's the only other problem that you will have. a lot of these budget airlines fly in. I'm stopping because we're coming up to copyrighted music. A lot of these budget airlines fly in only on particular days. So you're either going to have to stay or transfer to another European city to get back. That's the only problem with them. You very rarely go into one place and then come back out within the next day or two. I've noticed that with a lot of European places, that you go in maybe on a Monday and they don't fly back till Saturday. And if you're only doing a 1 or 2 day trip to places, which most European cities 2 days is enough, you're not going to be wanting to sit around for 5 or 6 days just because you've got to get a cheap flight back. That's why with the 5-city one, where I went to 5 countries in 5 days, my son had to plan it. It was the only way he could get the route to make sure he got me back, because most of those cities didn't fly back on those days. Budget airlines are fine when they work, but I know a couple who's just had their Benidorm holiday with Ryanair. They've just had the whole holiday cancelled and lost everything because the hotel Tehran has said, because they booked them all separately, the hotel Tehran has said, well, the room's here for you. Ryanair cancelled it the day before their flight, so they couldn't get out here and they lost the hotel. And they lost the transfers, by the way, because they'd already booked all those transfers to get from Alicante into Benidorm. And that was because of a cheap flight with Ryanair. Just decided last minute to cancel the whole flight. They had the return flight on Ryanair to come back, so they could come back, but what's the point of that? Because you can't get there. So that's the only problem with these budget airlines. You can end up stuck. I'll tell you one I did go on, and that was LOT. LOT Airlines, which is a Polish equivalent of budget airlines. And they were actually absolutely fantastic. Even served a little snack and a drink was in with the flight price. So that amazed me, that one, LOT Airlines. First time I've ever been on them. Right, 17 people on. Say hello if you've just joined us. I am trying to get past these bars with the music blaring out. So the only bars that I've seemed to have noticed so far is the Tiki Bar. And there's another one further down that was blaring the music out. And they're the beach bars, so they're going to be open. There's another one I'm coming up to now, which is open as well. But that's about the only bars on the front that are open. We've gone very quiet on the questions. Oh no, we haven't. They were all down here. I'm chatting away. I didn't even notice the questions. Have you been down? Refuse to stay in? Yeah. Did you come to the Highlands? I'm sort of... Do you know what? I've always wanted to try Egypt because I love archaeology. I like real old ancient stuff. You know, when you dig them up from the ground. I love stuff like that. That's why I got married. Just she never went back, that's the problem. Anyhow, yeah, the Britannia Hotel in Manchester shocked me, totally shocked me. On that video, if you notice, I went in ready to rip it to bits. That's what I was looking for. From the reviews I'd read, I thought to myself, there's really not going to be anything down for this hotel because it's definitely going to get slated. And once I booked in, I thought to myself, what am I supposed to say about this hotel? There's no way I can slate this hotel because there was nothing really wrong with it other than the fact that it was an old building and it was an old hotel. You can't slate something that's a listed building that was built in the 1800s. So I was a little bit disappointed on that one, but I had to tell it as it was. There was nothing wrong with that hotel. These lights are annoying me. Let's keep going. Yes, Brian. On that, going back to that fifth country, the 5 countries, that's why I couldn't go into Rome. Let's get off this light, it's doing my head in. That's why I couldn't go into Rome, because it was somewhere like 90 euros in a taxi from the airport, because it wasn't the main airport in Rome. Budget airlines, especially Ryanair, fly into, they'll say they're going to Rome, but it's the tiny little airport well out of where everything is. The same with Belgium. You didn't fly into Brussels, you flew into a tiny little airport. That's why I, if you look, just check that video, you'll see I wasn't visiting the main places. Well, I wouldn't say it's knowledge and experience, it's just doing your homework. I've never been abroad at Christmas. I always get back home. Piece of cake, yes. Yeah, Burger King's open, they never shut. Do you know what? I come across a video by accident, because my Blackpool ones are on there all the time. I came across somebody else. There's another YouTuber. He's not been going long. Well, I haven't been going, but he's been going less time than me. And I noticed he goes around with the UV light looking for stains. Well, I wouldn't actually go that far, to be honest with you, with hotels. You can normally tell if they're going to be filthy. As I said, the one that I just refused to even go, I read so much about it in the end, and I thought it's not worth it. It was basically to show you how bad a hotel could be, and even this one, I didn't want to go in. And I dare say there's plenty out there. What's my favourite meat for Christmas? You've got to have turkey, haven't you? Do you know what? I'm not as fussy as what you think. I'm fussy for the video, because I wouldn't like to say to you, oh, this hotel's lovely and clean, and then you turn up and go, well, Paul said it was lovely and clean, look at the state of it. So I'll tell you as it is. If I see stuff I don't like, stains and blood, I'll tell you. I have to. I don't want you coming back to me to say, oh, it's alright, I'm just only in Benidorm. There's just two fellas standing against the wall having a pee, as you do. So, yeah, I wouldn't like to turn around and say to you, this hotel's absolutely brilliant, and then you turn up and find out it's the worst hotel you've ever stayed in. Do you know what? It's a shame that Pontons has gone now from Prestatyn. It's a shame it's gone, because you know what? Even though we slater these budget holiday camps, even though we pull them to bits, you've got to, I say this in most of my videos, you have to appreciate that it might not be your type of holiday, but that could be the difference between a family with a low budget having a holiday a year, and now that family may not be able to go on that holiday now because the place is gone. Do you know what? Now there's somebody's balcony blaring music out. Don't know what's going on. I think we all grew up going to Pontons, didn't we? Because they were fantastic back in the days. We can't hear it. Well, you can't hear it, but YouTube will be able to. Back in the days, it was the only places people could go to on holiday. People never flew abroad years ago. It was places, Spain was like, I don't think Spain even kicked into very early 60s. So most people only ever went, to, I'm just wondering which way to take you through to show the lights. Most people only ever went to the likes of Butlins and Pontons as families. I'm going to take you, I'll take you down to see the main Christmas tree. And then I'll be closing this video off because I've been on for 30 odd minutes now. I'm in the old town now, so you'll probably get a few more shops open. Do you know what some of my best holidays, especially with the kids, have been in a caravan? We've had, kids love it. One of the best holidays with my kids was in a caravan in the middle of the rain, and they enjoyed it so much because their entertainment was taking all the pots and pans out of the cupboards and putting them under the drips in the caravan because it was just like a sieve and was just letting in all the time. And my kids enjoyed that more in a holiday camp in a caravan than they did the holiday. So you might be able to see behind me now that there are some Christmas lights. I don't know what they're going to do with that camp. I've got a feeling that it's maybe for a couple of years they'll shut it. But I've heard rumours that it's going to be a housing estate. Whether that's right, I don't know. And then I've heard rumours that it's going to be a holding place while the process of visitors from abroad. That's what I've heard. So I don't know. It's a shame if it goes, but that's not the only one, is it? Because in the Camber Sands, is it? Is that one bit the bullets as well? Yeah. So can you see behind me? There are some lights, only a few. You don't seem to have a lot in the town. This is probably about it. And then I know there's a centre point where the fairground is for the kids, and that's on the other video which I've already shot. But you'll have to watch that because it's pointless me showing you it when I've already made another video. It doesn't seem to be stopping people sitting out having a drink, even though it's cool. Yes, I remember Frith Beach a long time ago. And one of the main things, I don't know if Ocean Beach Steve's still on, one of the main things that used to be a bit further along from Frith Beach was the, oh help me, what's my brain's gone dead, the indoor water park, what was it called? Wilson Centre. And that was a fantastic place to go. I've been to Sunny Beach. No, I didn't go to Sunny Beach. I went to the other one. Come on, tell me what it was called. Sunny Beach was where the Brummy, tell me. Sunny Beach was where the posh ones went. There's another one a bit further up, a cheaper version. And we went there, and there was nothing there. Everything was closed. Everything was closed. Oh, what was it called? Not Sunny Beach. Oh. Yeah, it was the real sun centre. Yeah, it was, because Sunny Beach was like the more expensive part in Bulgaria. Oh, what was the other place called? It won't come to me. Winter Beach, yes. Sunny Beach. It'll come to me the moment I leave the live. So at least I know you're enjoying the videos. That's what I can say to you, is that you're enjoying these videos. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to take you down now to see the tree. The problem is I'm going to have to go past another load of music. So bear with me, it's about another 5-10 minutes away. And I'll bring the video to a close. If you want to watch the rest of the Christmas lights, and there is a Christmas market here, by the way, so I'm going to shoot that as well in a video. It's in the same video as the Christmas one, the Christmas lights. To be a lot busier in the town, well, a lot busier. This is empty compared to what it normally is. I'm trying my best on these videos. I'm trying my best to keep them interesting and not to just repeat the same video with a different country. No, most people do comment, Mouse. Most people do comment. And Golden, that was it. To tell you the story about Golden Sands. The day we arrived, a 16-year-old boy died in the pool. So it wasn't really a nice place when we were there. And I'm sure we were served seagull for dinner in the restaurant, because I've never seen chicken so big in my life. Yeah, so I'm going to come down here now, show you the tree, and I'm going to bring this live to a close. I didn't think that I'd have 20 people on, because we got to 20 before. I didn't think that many people would be watching. Do you know what? When it come out, it was pure white, the meat, and it was huge, and there was no way. And I don't know if Brummy will say exactly the same, but when we were in Golden Sands, there was thousands of seagulls everywhere. Don't know if that was a long time ago, so I don't know if it was like that in Sunny Beach. And I thought they were just, hitting them with a hammer and we'd have them for tea. But I'd never had chicken so big in my life. If you're worried about what you eat in some restaurants, I don't think you'd ever go out and eat if you were worried about what some of the food you get served in restaurants. Because you hear so many stories, don't you? No one knows what goes on behind those closed doors. Well, if you look at the video I did in Blackpool, Mr. Bazrise, I gave it a good rating. I said it was brilliant. And then it was closed down and given a 0 food rating by the Food Standard Agency. So what they found in the back that we didn't see as customers wasn't very nice. So here we go, we're in the main square, I forgot what the tree was. I was here last night and I can't think what it was. I'm going to leave you here with the three kings instead. So there we go. But if you want to watch the rest of them, they're in the video. It's going to be coming up next week. There's the three kings behind me. Yeah, it's opened back up again. But it was okay when I ate there. Well, I thought it was okay. And within a matter of a few months, it was given a 0 food rating and shut down. And they were given a period of time to open back up again. Yeah, Penny, you must have thought to yourself sometimes when you've been out in restaurants, when you're eating stuff, I think everybody's ate something in the restaurant and thought, that's not 100% certain. Right, so as I said, I've been on 43 minutes. So I'm going to bring this to a close because I don't want to go much further in Benidorm, because basically that's the video you're going to see when you see the Christmas lights. So I probably won't do a live before Christmas. I'm going to say bye now to everyone and have a nice Christmas. And oh, we just got a disconnection. You're all still there. I think it's because I'm under the old oak tree. Shall I show you it? This tree in Benidorm, as you can see behind, look at the age of it. Look how old that tree looks. Before I go, how old do you think it is? Go on, put up in years, how old do you think that tree is? The old tree in Benidorm. "210 years, tie yellow ribbon. 150, 100 years, 346. I think it's about 30 years old, because that tree wasn't here in the 80s. So there you go. So they must have dug a really old tree up from somewhere and put it there. It's about 30 years old maximum. Anyhow, as I said, have a nice Christmas. Watch out for these other videos. There are 2 more Christmas videos yet to come. Watch out for them. And then the hotels from when I did my run around the 5 countries. Thumbs up for the video, this video. Watch out, next one's on Sunday is Gdansk Christmas market in Poland. That's up on Sunday. Chop it down, let's have a look. Yeah, watch out for them. People are trying to take a photograph and I'm standing in front of the tree. Thumbs up, and of course, leave your comments on these videos coming up, and I'll catch you in the next video, which is Sunday. Thanks for watching. I'm going now. Bye.